All right. Now, last time I recorded a whole fucking video, 20-minute long video, uploaded it and everything. And I mean, good gems in that video, good downloads, good insights, and no sound, except to the very end, but no sound. So we're gonna try this again. I've tested it out. I'm pretty sure my voice is being recorded, and if it don't happen, look, baby, then I'm just gonna have to stop doing the car recordings, cause okay. What's up? What's up? First of all, ignore my dry ass lips. I'm getting my shit together. So last time I attempted to record, I was talking about where I am and basically, you know, how I've been feeling since I recorded the last video about rumination, and how I was essentially ruminating in the video. So, you know, that was a very vulnerable moment for me. And like filming another video after a video like that it felt very, I don't know, I felt exposed. Because I was in the thick of it in that video. I was ruminating and overthinking and anxious, right? But I've since then, ooh, all right, I think we're good. I've since then, you know, come into a little more clarity. Just about like engaging with cannabis, and which is what I've been saying. I've been saying engaging with cannabis because I don't know something, and I know something about. I don't know what it is. I mostly right now it's just because this is gonna go on YouTube, and I don't know if the word weed is like a thing. You know what I mean? But I've come into more clarity with that situation for sure. I've come into clarity about a lot, to be honest. Really, I have just been flowing, and I am letting go of control, letting go of perfectionism, letting go of overthinking, letting go of being overly critical of myself, and, you know, seeing the glass as half empty instead of half full. And by that I mean like always seeing the ways in which I need to improve and focusing on that versus focusing on the ways in which I had on all the progress that I have made and all the things that I have done so far, which is a lot to get me to where I am, right? So yeah, that's where I am. I'm letting go of those things, and astrology has been a game changer for me. I've always been into astrology, and I've always been an astrology girl, and I got into astrology in 2020. Like I got into my own personal birth chart, but then I fell off of it because it was just becoming a lot. It was becoming more than at the time I didn't have the capacity to really take in and absorb the information and really learn about it. But now, after having gone back to it, oh baby, it's been a game changer. So this last new moon that we had in Pisces, and on Thursday, this coming Thursday, we have the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. Baby, this Pisces Virgo axis that I've been on, under the influence of has been absolutely aiding me tremendously in letting go. I'm letting go of the Virgoan energies in me. If you don't know, I'm a Virgo rising and a Virgo moon. So I'm letting go of the Virgoan energy within me, like the being overly critical, overthinking, perfectionistic, over analytic, those energies. I'm letting go of those energies, or loosening up, let me say, those energies, because it's about balance. And I'm calling in Piscean energy, which is like trust, flow, listening to your intuition, the unknown, embracing the unknown, letting go of needing to have the answers, and just kind of letting life unfold in front of me naturally how it wants to, and just trusting the guidance of the universe. So that's what I'm doing. I'm balancing those energies within myself right now, and it has been a beautiful, I don't know the word. It has just been a beautiful display of surrender. Because that's what Piscean energy is. It's surrender. And I have been surrendering. And just allowing, and not pushing, not forcing, not micromanaging, Virgo. So astrology has been a game changer for me. Another game changer for me is like, while I am in meditation and sitting with myself and feeling my feelings, right? Pisces, watery energy. I've been feeling my feelings and not analyzing them, not talking to myself about my feelings, not trying to figure my feelings out, but sitting with them and just being with myself. And I visualize myself holding my inner child's hand, or holding my inner teenager's hand, and like affirming to myself, like, you are loved. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to abandon you. I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. And shining the light on those shadowy parts of myself. I'm realizing that is what trust is about. It's not about, because what I thought it was about before was like, in order to trust myself, I need to, prove to myself that I can do X, Y, and Z. I need to I need to set a goal, and then I need to achieve that goal. And that's how I'm going to learn how to trust myself. But I realized that's not necessarily how it's going to work for me, because that was me moving from a place of shame. And when my actions when my actions are motivated from a place of shame and guilt, it's not going to aid me in trusting myself. Because in the event that I fail at an action that I'm telling myself that I want to do, right? Because perfection is not real. In the event that I don't get it right, or something happens, right? Then my mind is like, oh, well, can't trust you. And that's not really an effective way to build self-trust within myself, for me at least. What I have been successful in building trust within myself is sitting with myself, sitting with my feelings, and just being there, and just affirming to myself that I'm here. I am here, and I can feel the trust within me building. I can feel the trust, literally, like I can feel my inner child being like, are you sure? Like, I can trust you? I'm safe with you? And it's what's crazy is that I didn't see, the astrology is telling me, because my Virgo is mostly in my 12th house, right? The subconscious patterns, hidden things, right? I couldn't see the tendencies and everything before, but now I can see that before I was not shining light on my shadowy parts. And that was causing my inner child that's feeling those negative feelings, right? That's feeling the shame, that's feeling demoralization, that's striving for perfection. All of those parts of me that are in the dark are the shadowy parts. I wasn't shining a light there, and I wasn't sitting with my feelings, so that those parts of me didn't feel safe enough to really kind of loosen up the grip on shame, and perfection. So now that I'm sitting with those emotions, I'm sitting with myself, I'm allowing myself to feel those things. I'm acknowledging those things. Like I get it. I get it. I get it. It's reasonable why you've turned to these things, because they've worked for you in the past because of XYZ that you experienced, the trauma that you've experienced. I get why you feel that way, and validating those feelings instead of trying to shun them and just kind of like ignore them and get them away and positive affirmation them away. Let me tell you something. You can't positive affirmation shit away if you don't acknowledge it. Okay, you gotta acknowledge it. You gotta sit with it. You gotta feel that shit. You can't just be like, oh, I am free. I am love. I am da da da. Like, yes, you can. Those things help, but only when you're doing the other shit too, the shadow work too. That's what shadow work really is. It's about sitting in the shadow, acknowledging your shadow, acknowledging the parts of yourself that you don't really like, or the parts of yourself that you're uncomfortable with. I'm sorry that I keep fucking tapping and turn this steering wheel in front of the camera. I'm just driving. I'm driving and I'm parking and I'm at work. Okay, I'm at work. Well, I'm just now getting to work. But yeah, I realized that a lot of my actions and a lot of the things that I was doing before was rooted in shame. And now that I'm letting go of that, and I'm letting go of judgment, and I'm sitting with myself, I'm sitting with my feelings, I'm letting go of shame, I realize now that that is the key to building trust within myself. It's not about, oh, I said I was going to do this, and it's not about putting unrealistic expectations on myself, or or setting myself up for failure, and then being surprised and appalled at myself and shamed at myself when I do fail, because the expectations that I was putting on myself were unrealistic, right? Because I was subconsciously striving for perfection. So it's like when you're doing that, it's like a cycle. It's a never-ending cycle. It's like you put more expectations on yourself because you're trying so hard to prove to yourself that you can do it, and then you don't. And then you shame yourself, and then because you feel that shame, you're like, I gotta do it because I can't feel this anymore. And it's like, no, you gotta just stop shaming yourself, baby. You got to be more compassionate with yourself, have more empathy for yourself. You got to just let yourself be. I've been letting myself be. I'm like, hey, I let go. I let it go. I've been laying my burdens and my worries down with my ancestors, and I've been letting them carry it for me. It's not mine to carry. Because a lot of the shame and a lot of the guilt and all of those things that I feel were projected upon me anyways by other people. It's not even my stuff. It's not even my stuff to carry. So, yeah, that's been the key for me, is feeling my feelings and being grounded in my body so that I can feel my feelings. And just like letting go of perfection. It's being curious, not letting go of all things, right? Like there are certain things in the world that I can't control, and I'm not going to try to control and manage and micromanage outcomes. But there are things that I can control. So it's about balance. Holding on to the things that I can control, letting go of the things that I can't. Trusting my intuition, but also using my logic when I need to, and being structured when I need to. It's all about structuring my spirituality. It's about structuring my inner spiritual flow, intuition, getting it in a good groove so that I can access those things, right? It's about combining that Virgo and Pisces, the beautiful parts of them, and letting, and being weary of the shadowy parts of them. But yeah, I'm just letting go. I'm letting go. And it feels good. And I'm grateful. And I'm really irritated because the first video, that that the sound was fucked up. It was just good. And it's like, you just can't recreate that. You can't recreate it. It was just what it was in the moment. But essentially what I'm saying now is what I said in that video. You can't, shame yourself into, you can't shame yourself into healing. That's actually the counterproductive. So you can't shame yourself into healing. And I've learned that now. Yeah, it's all about compassion, empathy, patience, because when you are operating in a certain way for so long, and it's your default settings, right? Perfectionism, overthinking, anxiety, all of these things were my default settings. It takes a while to switch your default settings to something different. So I'm having patience with myself, letting go of judgment, and reminding myself, like, okay, it's going to take time, and that's okay. You were doing this for a long time. So it's not going to be perfect, and it's not going to be an overnight switch, but it does feel good to let go of the judgment and let go of perfection, and having to just get everything right, do everything right, feel like be right, do everything all at once, achieve this and work for that and go after this and go after that all the time. Baby, like, yes, I have goals, and yes, I have visions that I want for myself, and I am still doing small things here and there, but I am not in any way pushing myself like I was. I don't think that it would be good for my health. And Virgo is also like your daily habits, your health, your body, how that shit can manifest in your body, and how anxiety can manifest in your body. Virgo is in the gut, So I'm just grateful. Hallelujah. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful because I think that all the work that I've done, all the small things that I've done has led up to this point. Like the spiritual work that I've done, and also like the therapeutic work on my mental health. I think it's all combined. I think you have to, if you lean into it all, you'll get some results, and you just have to stay curious, and don't like judge yourself, and let shit happen how it's naturally is going to happen. So long as you let your body know that you're safe, and you put yourself in a safe environment and safe space, a supportive space that I've done, some shit start happening. Yeah. But I don't want to ramble on too much. I just wanted to kind of redo that last video, and yeah, this Virgo full moon is coming up in a couple of days. I've been feeling activated by it, and I've just been flowing, even within my routine. Like, I'm switching my routines up. I have different routines, and I've been listening to my body, trying to get more sleep, more rest when I can. Yeah, going to the gym, moving my body, stretching, exercising, doing the things, and just letting life happen, and just letting life unfold before me, and seeing what kind of happens from it. And I've been seeing a little bit something. So I'm just grateful, and I hope that this message is received by whoever it needs to be received by, and I hope that this channel is received by who it needs to be received by. I mean, obviously it's still very, 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 very early in the game, but I see the vision. But that's it. And with that, I bid you adieu.